finally a song about getting a driver's license. I've always waited for an educational song, and I finally have one. I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about, because you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs crying because you weren't around. And you're probably with that blonde girl who always made me doubt. She's so much older than me. I think a lot of people are older than you, so that's not really descriptive. And I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. Incorrect grammar. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. It doesn't sound like you're gone. You're driving by his house. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me, because you said forever. Now I drive alone past your street. I've known a lot of people in my life. Once they start talking about driving by somebody's house after like a breakup or something, then it starts getting into Creepyville. If he happened to be looking out his window as you were driving by, he knows what car you drive. Obviously, you guys have been talking about this driver's license like it's, oh, someday I'm gonna get an Academy Award or someday I'm gonna get a Nobel Peace Prize. No, everybody gets a driver's license. Red lights, stop signs. I see your face in the white cars, front yards. Can't drive past the places we used to go to because I still love you, babe. This song is not a bad song. It's definitely a song I would never care to hear again. It's got a lot of problems. First of all, there's a lot of incorrect grammar. I've never felt this way for no one as a double negative. You know, he probably heard you say double negative so many times that he's like, I've had enough with this chick, and he went over with the blonde girl. And what's with the I still love you line? That's not... You could definitely take that out. We could do an F, like a different F word, because I still friggin' love you. Friggin's good. That's a really good alternate way to express that type of passion, because you know, once it's in a song, it's forever. The problem with this song inherently is that it's about driving. Driving and depression is a very dangerous combination, because if you're crying, you can't really see where you're going on the road. Combine that with the fact that you just got your driver's license, it's probably a bad idea for you to be on the road crying and driving. I should know. I have a small dog. My dog likes to run around the car all the time while I'm driving. The dog is trying to jump up here, jump up there, lick my face. And if I had gotten the dog when I first got my driver's license, I probably would be dead right now. It's the kind of same thing with your like driving and crying. You're gonna be crying with tears all over, and you're gonna be wiping your eyes, and then you're gonna be like, ah, and then boom. And then you won't be able to sing this song because you really will be gone. You know, the song is called Driver's License, but I don't really hear a lot in the song about the driver's license. Maybe somebody saw the title of the song and they said, finally, a song about getting a driver's license. I've always waited for an educational song, and I finally have one. And then they listen to this and they start crying and they're sad. Look what you did. Why not change the song to be more educational? So you could be like, red lights, stop signs mean stop. I see your face in the white cars, front yards. Don't run into those things. Crosswalks, traffic cones, go to the right when a police car comes. I don't have to go through the entire DMV guidebook. Look, I live in Los Angeles. Driving is not that great. You know what would be even cooler? Instead of driver's license, you could go even bigger. It could be about getting your pilot's license, because then you're flying everywhere. Instead of like red light, stop signs, it could be like flying left, flying right, doing a loop-de-loop all night, or something like that. Plus, you don't really have to worry about oncoming traffic. So if you are sad and depressed and you're flying, you don't have to worry about planes crashing into you. I mean, sure, there are planes that are flying through, but you will get a notification from your air traffic controller and he'll say, hey, watch out, there's a plane coming, and then you can snap out of it. Another thing is, if you want to go by the person's house and you're flying, the chance of them seeing you out their window is like this big, because you can just fly over their house. Well, maybe they could see you if they had like a high-powered telescope or something like that, but you'd be going so fast, you know, they have to have like really keen dexterity to kind of like maneuver and see you. Plus, you know, a lot of planes look the same. It's not like you could have like a red plane or a blue plane, or most planes are white, so the chances of him recognizing you in that plane would be very minimal. I think that the new name for this song, maybe just keep the song the way it is, and then the sequel to the song will be Pilot's License. Pilot's License, the continuation of Driver's License. You wrote this song, it's a big hit. You could probably buy a jet now. Plus, almost everybody I know has a car. If you had a plane, that would be pretty freaking cool. He'd be totally into that. I don't even think that he would even be aware of this blonde girl. He's like, damn, this chick has a plane. We're going places.